Good morning, everyone. We want to spread out enough so that we are as far as we can be from our next neighbor and make sure that all of us have the mask properly put on our face. All right, spread out as far as you can in the classroom. So online, everyone can hear me online. Can you confirm?
Yes, sir.
Online? All right, good. So now let us decide to spend next hour and a half for our embedded system design. And that means we want to make sure that we put away all other work, right? And maybe postpone all our important discussions. I know all the discussions are very essential, very important, wonderful. Can we put that off, right, for 1.5 hours? Everyone. And can we focus here completely? All right. So before we begin our next topic, a quick discussion regarding the submission of the experiment set 2. Right. So by this time, I believe we are ready to submit, and I will send email. Maybe next Wednesday can be a target date or deadline, whichever way you want to see. Is it clear or not? Hello, hello, hello. Pay attention here, right? Is it clear or not? Next Wednesday can be the submission date. Fine. Any question on this? Next Wednesday will be our target submission date. Yes. Voice is not, the volume is a little bit down. Okay, let us increase the volume. Okay, let us increase the volume. Is it better now? Let me check. Where is the volume? Here. Is it louder now? Everyone? Is it louder? Can you hear online? Where is our TA? Okay, let them call the experts. So while we are waiting, I think if you are quieter, then the voice will be louder. Okay. So while we are waiting for them to come and fix the volume issue, online, can you at least hear me, right? Can you understand? Or no, it is too low that we cannot progress. Online, all students. And here, all of us agree that, okay, we are postponing all our very important discussions, right, till end of the class. Do we agree or not? If we disagree, then we need to relocate somewhere, and I need to ask you why are talking, etc. So I think this is the 5th semester class. Half of the BTech is done, so that should not be the case. All right. So everyone online, can you hear me at least so that we can progress while we are waiting? Some message is there. Finally, they say yes. All right, so that is fine. And again, right, let us focus completely here. Very essential topics. Now let us come back to our 7th segment. Yeah, volume વધારવું પડશે થોડું. Yes, thanks. So let us come back to our topic of the discussion and put it in perspective of our embedded system design. Right? First two topics, the 7-segment LEDs and LCDs are displays. So if we think about embedded system, we need to display something to the user, right? So they are being studied. Right? We want to understand the programming, we want to understand the hardware connection, and so forth. Now, output is one thing, input is another. Right? You want to give input. Right? For example, right, you have microwave oven and you want to set the timings. I want to maybe eat something or want to cook something for maybe 60 seconds. I enter the seconds. Right? If it is washing machine, maybe it is in minutes and so forth. So inputs. So outputs and inputs both are needed. So first two topics, we almost completed 7-segment LEDs. There is our display output. Right? So let us go through that very fast. We understand why light is emitted when electrons jump from higher energy orbit to the lower energy orbit. This is atomic model. We move to the silicon crystal, right? For the outermost band, outermost orbits, they are in form of bands, right? So we have conduction bands and valence band. When electron jump from conduction band to valence band, it emits radiation, right? That is energy. And that energy, if it is within the range of our visible light, we can see that. And to do that, we engineer this band gap. Okay, this band gap should be such that the frequency of the energy emitted is in this range, right? Range of the color. So we have different semiconductors for that. And then we discussed that we can have LEDs connected in two ways, right? Logic 1 that may turn on the LED, logic 0 may turn on the LED, and we have 7-segment displays. Right? We understand this thoroughly. We have two scenarios, common anode and common cathode, right? And we just went through this question. Suppose I want to assume that one common cathode 7-segment LED is connected to port A, right? And we have control pin on port B. Write a program to display A. We can do that. Yes or no? A means we need to turn on these segments except D and decimal point. So 6 of the segments should be turned on. So we send the code there. Right? And now we want to become more complex. We say, okay, can we display 9 all the way down to 0 with appropriate delay on the 7-segment LED? Answer is yes, we can do that. Right? This will be a little bit complex program. You may define that combination in different ways. Either you may assign an array or lookup table, or you may have separate sentences for displaying the digit. Fine. These are ways, and we will do these experiments in the lab so that you will be clearly experimenting on this. And then we say, okay, can we extend this to more than one 7-segment LED? Answer is yes. Right? We select the LED and send the content. Select another LED, 7-segment LED in this case, send the content. Now this is Arduino, just for the diagram purpose. The AVR controller will work in the same way. All right, and we stopped. Any question at this stage? Fine. So we'll take this to the lab, the 7 segments, the next lab that we'll be working on, along with some interrupts. Right? That is the next lab assignment. Now we go to the LCDs, right? Liquid crystal displays, and we see this LCDs very frequently. Question? Yes. They are on the way. वहां तक आवाज पहुंच रही है अभी. वो पहुंच जाएंगे. So call them. Yeah. Thanks for interrupting. Call them. Yeah. We have quite complex instruments here. So I thought let us call them. And let me speak a little bit louder. And if you are quieter, I think our friends online can hear. Okay, LCDs. Well, we have different combinations of pins, right? You can see these LCDs. If it is on the top, we may start with pin number 1, 2, all the way to 14. The pins can be towards the bottom. In this case, we start from 1, 2, all the way to 14. They can be on the side 1, 2, 3, 4, 13, 14, and so forth. So different combinations can be there. All right. આપણે અવાજ નથી જતો ઓનલાઈન. અહીંયા પણ નથી આવતો. All right. So we have experts here. They'll be solving very soon. Fine. Fine. So this can be the pin configurations. All right, 14 pins, and we study about all the pins and then the program. Now here is one way of connecting LCDs to our AVR controller. We may say that we have 8 data pins, 8-bit data. He is very popular here. So is it louder now? Yes, no. So see, they know the tricks. They are very expert. So now it is much better, correct? Good. Good. All right, let us come back to our diagram. 14 pins. We can use 8 of them to connect to any 8-bit port to our controller. In this case, we have port A, all the pins connected to D0 to D7, right? 8-bit data. Then we have few controls, right? We have RS, we'll study that in a minute. Read, write, enable. These 3 will define what operation you want to perform. And then we have 3 connections here for power supplies, VCC, ground, and this will adjust the contrast. And you'll do the experiment in the lab, or you might have done that. You change that voltage using potentiometer, and the visibility or the contrast will change on the LCD. So these 3 pins are for power supplies. These are control pins, and these 8 are data. This is one way of connecting. Inside we have some structure, right? We have data display RAM, character generator RAM, cursor address, right? Data register, command register, and so forth. So inside it is also a complex structure. These are our 14 pins. Let us become familiar. We start from 14 up to 7. We have IO pins, 8-bit data bus, input and output. These are 8. Then pin number 6, it is IO, it is enable. You can enable or disable the LCD. Then we have read write, right? This is input, right? If it is 0, we are writing into the LCD. If it is 1, we are reading from the LCD, right? 0 and 1. Then we have RS, right? If it is 0, it is command register that we are selecting. If it is 1, it is data register we are selecting. So we can send command as well as data, right? So how we distinguish between command and data within this control line. And then we have 3 power supplies, right? In a ground plus 5 volt, and V is to control the contrast. These are 14 pins. Right? Few more details. So pin number 4, RS. If it is 0, instruction code command register is selected. If it is 1, data register is selected. Now you want to note down because we will write down the program. Programs are a bit complex, we will understand data what is happening. So RS, right? If it is 0, instruction code command register is selected. That is, we are sending the command. Right? If it is 1, we are sending the data. What can be command? For example, where is my cursor location? Right? I want to send cursor somewhere. I want to clean the display, for example. Those can be commands. And what can be data? Okay, I want to display hello, for example, or I want to display, say, 2021. Right? Those are data. So RS pin determines whether it is command or data. Fine. We will use this in the program. Then next one is read write. Right? Read write pin, if it is 0, we are writing into the LCD. If it is 1, we are reading from LCD. Again, we will use this for our program. So this will be part of our program. Then we have enable pin. It works in this way. We must have high to low transition. Okay, high, then low. The minimum pulse width, it is 450 nanoseconds. So you can generate time delay. All right, high to low transition is what is important. So when you're writing program, when you want to activate the enable, right, you will send logic 1, wait for some time, send logic 0. Okay. Fine. D7, right? If it is 1, LCD busy with internal operations. Do not send new information. If you read D7, and if this is what happens, if it is 0, LCD ready to receive new information. Right? So you may check if you want to, what is the status of D7 when you read from the LCD. We may or may not use this in many programs. It depends if you want. All right. And here are our diagrams of different row and column combinations of LCDs. Right? So we begin with 16 by 2. So what that means is, yeah, this is a scenario where 16 columns, 2 rows. So this can be a scenario. Okay, where is 16? And here it is, 1, 2, all the way to 16. Right, 2 rows, and this is how we have the address. We start this line 1, column 1, address is 80. Line 1, column 2, address is 81. Right, all the way to 8F. This is hex. Go to next column, it is C0. Now, who wrote address like this? I don't know. Whoever begin this, okay, let us start with 80 and then C0 for second line. And then you have this line number 3, if we have, then 94 and D4. Okay, we are following that address pattern. Okay? You may change if you want in future. That no, it should be 1, 1 or whatever it is. Okay? But okay, this is what we have as standard, so we follow that. So we can have many combinations: 16 by 2, 20 by 1, 20 by 2, and so forth. Right? But remember, the first address is 80 C0 94 D4. They remain same. Fine, right? So this is our diagram. Another option is can we have 4 bits communication? In this case, we have 8 bits, D0 to D7 connected to port A, all 8 bits. Someone say, okay, I want to save the pin connections because I have many things to operate. Can I have only 4 pin connection? Answer is yes. This is a diagram in that case. D7 to D4 are connected to the higher 4 bits. And then we can use the remaining bits to have RS, read write, and enable control. So we study program with reference to this diagram. And we study one program. So if you want to quickly draw this diagram, because we'll be referring to this will be a good idea. Right? So few of you or all of you, I would suggest let us draw this so that this is our reference. Because when we write the program, we're writing something to port A. We know that okay, bits 4 to 7 are data, and bits 0, 1, and 2 are controls. Right? So it is wise to draw the diagram, and then okay, that is a diagram, and we have few programs, few functions that we may have to divide the work that we'll write down. Right? So I strongly suggest that you write down this or draw this diagram. And we'll wait for a minute. Online students, you can draw this because we'll be referring to this diagram in the program, right? You can easily understand if the diagram is with you, right? Otherwise, you need to imagine. Of course, we can imagine, but a visual diagram will be helpful. Question? Yes. In the left. Okay, so right hand side. Okay, this is a potentiometer, variable resistor. Okay, we have plenty of them in the lab. A variable resistor. Have you used this before? Variable resistor, potentiometer. And if not, if you have, if you don't remember, fine. We will use in the lab, right? Probably in 5th lab assignment. Right? Many of you are almost done with 3rd. 4th is ready. This will be part of 5th assignment. Okay. At least 5. At least. And then depends upon our speed. Yes or no? And at least you want to study LCD and motors. The next part will be DC motors. Right. So in assignment 4, we'll study some interrupts and the 7-segment display. Right. Assignment 5 will start with LCD and we'll study some of the motor controls and so forth. Right. That in a way concludes the essential aspects of embedded system. Right. Motors are widely used, right, in this in embedded system. So that would be the next. After we complete this, motors would be next to study. DC motors, of course, we are studying the DC world. Right? So we experiment with DC motors. No high voltage AC for our syllabus. All right. So are we done with this diagram? Right? Or few of you are writing. We can wait. So this will be our reference diagram, and pin assignments will be helpful when we decode the program. And remember, we will have the program in terms of functions. Okay, functions first, and you need to have complete attention because okay, there are so many details that you need to understand. Right? These are little bit lengthier programs. For this as well as for 4x4 input key. The programs are a little bit lengthier. You need to understand all functions. If you take modular approach, that is okay. We understand every function one at a time. It will be fine. All right. So are we ready to move forward? So these are some of the declarations. So declarations are there that, okay, initially we want to have, our include AVR IO, include our delay library. So first two, we understand. And then we are just defining LCD underscore port or PRT is port A, right? LCD underscore DDR, it is our DDR A, we are connecting port A. And LCD underscore pin is pin A. Fine. So you can directly write this down, or you can use this label or variable if you want. And then we have the read write as defined 0. Sorry, RS as defined as 0, read write as 1 and enable as 2. Right, 1, 2 and 0. So let us go back to diagram. RS, read write and enable. Is it in the same sequence? RS connected to pin 0, read write, enable is connected to pin 2. Right. So we are defining in this way. So this is our declaration. Remember, we are breaking down the program, right? The complete program is in the textbook. We can refer to textbook. We have long complete program. Here for our teaching learning purpose, we are breaking it down, right, in small modules. So these are declarations. Fine. Delay functions are used. They are easy. So we study them first. Okay. We have two delay functions, right? Microseconds and milliseconds. We can call those delays, right, whenever we want. Right. So we have integer, say d, that will be passed to the delay function. That is the argument of the function. Microseconds and milliseconds. Fine. We can use them. Okay, so this was easy function, delay. The next is a bit complex, but yeah, we will simplify this. Let us understand. C programming, LCD command. If I want to send LCD command, okay, if I want to send LCD command, I prepare a dedicated function for that, right? Because for command, we understand what should be the values of RS pin, how read write should be there, how enable should transit. So we have a dedicated function for command, right? And we will have dedicated function for data and so forth. So understand this thoroughly. And here your complete attention will be needed. Okay, LCD PRT, and I have put it in small photo here. For LCD PRT is our LCD port A. So LCD PRT equals to LCD underscore port. We are ending with 0 cross 0F. And then we are ORing with command that is ended with 0 cross F0. Okay, 4-bit communication at a time. 4-bit communication at a time. And our commands are of 8 bits. Okay, let us have a quick look at some of the commands. Okay, these are some commands, right? Hex codes. Clean display, return home. Okay, this decrement cursor, increment cursor, shift display right, shift display left. These are our commands, and you can see these are in hex. And we have 8 bits. Right? Shift the entire display to the left, shift the entire display to the right. And in LCDs, you see many of the things moving here and there, right? Blinking and so forth. These are all our commands. The list can be extended. The thing is, it is 8-bit. Right? 8-bit commands, and we have 4-bit communication as per our diagram. So what to do? Is it clear or not? 4-bit command, 8-bit communication. So we say, fine, we will write down this function in such a way that first we will send the first 4 bits of the command. And this is the process to send the command. And then we'll send next 4 bits of the command. This is the overall picture, right? First send first 4 bits of the command, and then next 4 bits of the command. All right, that is overall plan. And you understand that, okay, our controller is connecting in such a way that first 4 bits, right? Bit number 7 all the way to 4, right, are connected in data lines. And you have the diagram. And pin number 0, 1, and 2 are used for control. So first we say, okay, fine. Let us have whatever is there on LCD port, right, end with 0 cross 0 F. So this F represents our commands. I am ORing that with command the first 4 bits of the command. So I am sending first 4 bits of the command. And when I am sending the command, what should be RS value, what should be read write value, what should be enable value. So RS is equal to 0 for the command. So I say, okay, let me draw. Maybe this will be better. So I say, okay, fine. I have 8 bits and hopefully we can see online. Let us assume this represents 8 bit. And this is 7 all the way to 0. Fine. First 4 bits are command, right? We are ORing only first 4 bits. So whatever the command is, right? Suppose command is, say, let us have a real command from the table. Okay, here are. Which command you want to discuss with? Say 14, shift cursor position to right. So command is 14, right? Command is 14, shift cursor to right. So I take this 14 and in my program, I say 0 cross 0 F, let me end with this. So if I end 0 cross F0, right? Here it is. I'm ending with F0. What I will get? 1 0. So this 1 is 0 0 0 1, right? 4-bit representation. Okay. So this is our 0 0 0 1. Now this is 1. Now other things are 0. Right? From this line of code. And for the lower 4 bits, initially I don't change them. But then I start changing. I say, okay, LCD port end with RS, LCD RS, that is 1, and you want to invert it. So what is LCD RS? LCD RS is 0. LCD RS is what? 0. So I am shifting 1 0 time. So what is my answer? 1. I am inverting it. I am inverting, so it becomes 0. And I am ending with whatever value is, whatever it is here. I am ending. So what happens? My first bit becomes 0. So this is 0, right? It is what I am writing. So yeah, maybe we can use another color. So this is 0. And this is the result of this command. RS equals to 0. Because we want to send command. Right? Then the next bit, okay, read write. Now read write is 1. Right? So you want to shift 1 time. So what it becomes, suppose it is 1, always 0. We shift it 1 time. So it becomes 0, 1, 0, 0. Others are 0. And then I invert it. So this becomes 0. Others are 1. So others are 1 means I don't change. When I'm ending with 1, I am not changing. Ending with 0, I am forcing it to 0. The previous value. Right? So I put logic 0 here. And why it is 0? Because you want to write. Clear or not? Everyone. Then I go to the next command. Okay, enable. That is this pin. I am not using this bit. Enable should go from logic 1 to logic 0. Right? So initially I say, okay, shift how many times? LCD underscore EN. LCD underscore is 2. So take 1, shift it 2 times, right? So it becomes 0, 0, 1. And rest of them are 0. And I am using OR operation. That means I don't disturb other things. If I OR something with 0, right, I am not disturbing it. right? So this becomes 1 initially, and then I say wait for some time, and then I invert it. So it becomes 0. So this will change to 0. That is transition from high to low. Clear or not? I send it. Right? First 4 bits are sent. Then I wait for some time. Then I say, okay, fine, let us send next 4 bits. So I take the command. Command was 14. Right? I shift it left 4 times. So this becomes 4. 40. Right? I am interested in 4. So this becomes 4. So if you want to represent 4 here with our advanced skills of digital electronics, it would be 1 0 0 1 0 0, correct? That is, I am sending first 4 bits and then I do the same transition here. Right? And that is, okay, enable 1 to 0. Now these are already defined. Right? RS is defined, read write is defined, so I don't need to change them. And I am only changing the specific bit for enable without disturbing other things. Right? So I don't need to resend the RS and read write signal. Right? I just send first 4 bit different this time, and I change enable from logic 1 to logic 0. So this is the function, right, that will take any command and send it to LCD. Is this clear or not? Everyone? Yes? No? Don't know? Do we get all the instructions? Right? So this is sending command. Now next thing would be to send the data. Now what is the difference if I send command versus I send data? It is a question. Online you can type what is the difference in my controls, right, for sending command versus sending data. Yes? Yes, RS would be 1. Okay, RS would be 1, right? Read write is 0 because we are writing. Whether it is command or data, we are writing. Right? But RS is 1 now. And how about the enable? It will always go from high to low. Right? Enable will go always from high to low. So here is the scenario. Right? I have a function, and yeah, by the way, someone replied online. Let us appreciate. Okay, Sarjil, RS will change. That is correct. Thanks for your participation. Right? So then we do the same process. We can have any data. Right? We can have any data that you want to send. Right? 8-bit data. So we'll first send the first 4 bits. Right? RS is 1, read write is 0, enable, and then delay. So that is transition. And then again next 4 bits. So this is sending data. Right? Of course in hex. In 4 bits at a time. So this function very similar, right? One change, and that is RS. Do we get this function as well? No. Everyone thoroughly? Yes or no? Fine. Right, online, any question? So we have separate functions, right, dedicated to send commands, send data. Then what are other functions, right, we need? Okay, initialization. Now this initialization, if you send this sequence initially, right, then we are connecting for 4-bit connection at a time. So this is a sequence. Okay. You initialize it, that is LCD port is output port, that is our port A is output port, right? And then you have enable, and then you send this sequence 33, 32, 28. Now this is for hex. This dollar here is for hex. So if you send this sequence, right, the LCD understands that it is 4-bit communication. If you don't send this sequence initially, it understands it is 8-bit communication. Right? This is default. Right? How LCD will understand whether it is 8-bit communication or 4-bit communication? Right? If you start communicating, default is 8-bit. Right? And in place of that, you first send this commands, this sequence of command, right? Then it will understand it is 4-bit communication. So this is initialization for that purpose. Fine. So this is another function that we may use. And these are our commands, example of commands. And these are our addresses, remember, these are our addresses. 80, 81 all the way to 8F, if it is 16/2. And second is C0 all the way to CF. Cursor addresses. So we may have main function like this. Right? The main function, we have LCD initialization. Initialization will be this. So we start with this. Right? In the main function, we first call this function. That means we are having 4-bit communication. Then we have few more functions. We study them. Go to command, right? Go to X and Y location. And this will help us to determine the address where you want to send the cursor. And then we are writing, okay? LCD print, the world is but one country. Right? So first we are writing on the first line, then second, and then we have some delay. And again, we go to function, we send something, and mankind, it's citizen. So this is how we are printing, right? We print. So print function. And go to function. So let us understand go to function as well. Right? Print function, simple, it will print. So go to function. So one more function is needed. So here is our go to function. Now refer to the addresses below. Right? Line number 1, column number 1. Okay, that is 80. Line number 1, column number 2, that is 81. So to get that address, we use this function. Here is the function. LCD underscore go to unsigned character X and unsigned character Y. We have two inputs, X and Y. Right? And here is how we have unsigned character. The first character, we want to have the first addresses 80, C0, 94, and D4. So depending upon row we are selecting, right, first addresses are here. And then we calculate the exact address. So here is our LCD command first character y-1, x-1. So suppose on the x-axis, right, I want to have say line 1, right, y-axis column 1, line 1 column 1. So I want to go to the location 1, 1. What is the address? 80. Yes or no? 80. So now let us see at this function what happens. Right, this is calculating the address based upon this. Right? So we say, okay, LCD command, we get the first character y-1. So this is okay. We have 4 elements 0, 1, 2, 3. So if you have y equals to 1, it will say y minus 1 character. So that is 80. right? Plus x minus 1. X is 1, so that is 80. So this is 0, this is 80, we have address 80. Yes or no? Right? Now we say, okay, let us have, right, our column change, right, to column number 2. Right? So I may have address 1, 2. Then what happens? And I get 80 from here, right? X minus 2, 81. Yes, right? In the function you want to have x first, that is correct. So 2, 1. So x is first, y is second. So y, okay, y minus 1. So y minus 1 is our 80. X minus 1 is 1, so 81. Right? So you can pick any address, right? For example, if I want to go to C2, right? So this is what? What is x value and y value? Our line, row and column is 2, 3 or 3, 2. I want to go to C2. It is, let us check, 2, 3. So y is 3. Right? It is 3, 2. So, okay, this is our x and vertical is our y. 3, 2. Clear? So this is how it is calculating the address, okay, for any location on the screen. All right, everyone gets this online. If there is any question, I understand this is a bit say detailed, right? Very much detailed. We want to focus. Yes, once in a while, this is a scenario. Any question? Do we understand this? Yes or no? Fine. So this is another function, go to function. And then we can have print function. I think you are familiar with the print function, right, in the C. So this is just the print function. Right? We can have a string defined and we want to send the next character. So you put everything together, right? Yes, we have program, right? We initialize it. In this case, we go to the location, we print something, go to the next location, and so forth. So in this case, we are just printing. Right? You can use other commands if you want. You can send some data if you want using the functions we have discussed. Right? So this, in a way, summarizes all our functions, calls them. These are few more instructions. Again, table from the textbook, some table from textbook and so forth. These are the code for our commands, and this is how we connect with LCD. Right? So we pick the main function. We must have initialization. If you want to just print, okay, go to and the print functions. If you want to send specific command, right, we print and then say okay, right? We may print and then we want to shift something. So let us go back. Okay, shift cursor position to left. 1 minute. Shift entire display to left. Okay, shift entire. This is another example. Okay, shift entire display to left. So we say hello C's. Right? You want to start from the first and then you want to send them towards right. Now Diwali is here, right? You can see all those lightings and decorations and so forth. Right? So you can happy Diwali in advance. That is good, but we need to still wait how many more lectures before we have Diwali? Many of us say, don't ask.
2 lectures, sir.
Many of us are just waiting, sir. Don't ask. We are waiting for Diwali. Yes. Say it again. Diwali week. All right. So this is the list of our commands. That concludes our discussion of interfacing with LCD. Now, do we understand? Everyone, pays attention, pays attention. Do we understand that it is a very long program? You look at textbook, it is a very long program. What we have done for our teaching learning purpose, we break down into the functions, and of course these functions are also given in textbook, right? And we understand that, okay, how to send command, how to send data, okay, how to use go to function to direct the cursor, right? And how to print, right? Many times we print something on LCDs, right? So all those essential aspects are covered. Okay? So from an embedded system viewpoint, right, we need to have some displays, right? And we have two facilities we studied. One is 7-segment LED display, and second is LCD. All right, and there can be many more displays depending upon, okay, how you want to display. For our course, right, this is good enough. Then we go to the next topic, that is the 4x4 keyboard. Okay, we have few minutes, so we will have the introduction. Maybe we'll study the detailed program next time. Right? Let us have some introduction. Clear? Any question on LCD? Everyone is fine? And remember, we need to implement all these things in the lab. Right? And of course, when you deal with the hardware, right, there will be a few question answer and so forth. That is fine. Now, this is also in chapter 13 of textbook, interfacing with 4x4 keyboard. Now, we have used the switch for input. Right? The switch, the press button switch, right, for 1-bit input, that is logic 0 or logic 1. And I think it took us some time to understand it, right? But now we understand 1-bit logic input, right? That is, of course, one of the inputs we already studied, but it was simple. Now we want to have a complex scenario, right? So 4x4 keyboard, and it may look something like this. Okay. We have matrix of 4x4, and we may have our 16 hex digits starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, then 4 to 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F. Now this must be engineer's keyboard. All right. In our everyday keyboard, we may not see A, B, C, D, E, generally speaking. Right. Now 4x4, how we connect it? This is a scenario. The rows are connected as output from the controller. Right? And columns are connected as input to the controller. So 4 bits output, 4 bits input. Fine. Then we may send some data here and we read here. Suppose there is nothing here. There is nothing here. And this is input. I have VCC register and it is going here. All right. Assume there is nothing here. So what is the voltage here? What is voltage here? I am connecting that to VCC. I am connecting all 4 bits to VCC. Right? That is logic 1. Yes. Okay. Say it again. Which one? 3, 7. Okay. Yes, these are switches that we can press. And okay, this is connected in such a way that suppose these are row, my 4 fingers, the columns are there. Right? They are not touching. There is a gap between them, and row and column will be connected only if you press the switch. So this is the column, right? Though it appears that behind that there is a row, they are not touching. So there is no connection. The connection is through the switch. So if you press the switch, okay, these 2 points are connected. Otherwise, they are not connected. Fine. So I may send any one of these rows as logic 0 and other rows as logic 1. Right? And read what is going on. So if I don't send anything here, say everything is disconnected. Everything is disconnected. What I will read here? All ones. Okay, D01, D11, D21, D31. Then I say, okay, let me send logic 0 here. Logic 0. others are logic 1. Okay. And then suppose I press 3, what happens? This is grounded, this is logic 0. So I will read logic 0 here. Yes, if I press the switch 3, right, and I have logic 0 here, by pressing switch 3, I am connecting this VCC through this to the ground. Now this point is connected to ground. So I read logic 0 there. Fine? Everyone understands the operation. I want, yes. Yes. So see, input is our voltage, right? So either we have VCC or ground. Right? No switch pressed and no switch pressed, this VCC is connected here. All right? It is very much similar to our press button switch. This goes to microcontroller. This is VCC. This is R. Yes. Yes. Okay. So this is output. So if I have sent logic 0 here, if I have sent logic 0 here, this is output. I am sending data, I am reading from here. If I have sent logic 0 here and if I press the switch, what happens? This point is connected to logic 0, that is ground. So I read logic 0 here. It is very much similar to this scenario. Everyone can see this diagram? Right? Now here it is grounded, but in this specific case, I am connecting this to port pin. This is port pin D0. Yes. Are you getting this? By the way, can you see this diagram? So in place of our ground, if you remember our press button switch, we are connecting to D0. D0 is our output pin. Right? If D0 is logic 0, if it is logic 0, that means it is connected to ground. When we press this, logic 0 goes to D3 here. If it is not connected, this VCC goes here. Okay, 3 and 7 simultaneously. Now we want to have only one row for logic 0. Okay, everyone pays attention. To detect the pin, we will send logic 0 to only one of these bits. So if this is logic 0, this is logic 1, right? Pressing this will not impact. Will not impact. Because here we have connection to VCC, and you are taking from here. Right? So that is logic 1. All right. So if you are pressing simultaneously, right, then 7 is connected to VCC, 3 is connected to ground. So this point will be grounded. D3 will become 0. So if you want to see it in another diagram, fine, let us see. So this is our VCC. We have a register. This point goes to microcontroller. We have parallel combination scenarios. Everyone pays attention. Okay. This is D0. This is D1. They are in parallel. Right? So if D1 is 1, logic 1, this D1 is logic 1. You press it, at this point we have logic 1, logic 1. Logic 1 goes there. They are in parallel. Right? Here is logic 0. D0 is logic 0. Right? So if you press this, then this point goes to ground. Right? To avoid this as both of them, right? We want to make sure that we have only logic 0 at one point in row, and then we detect, and then we can send next row at logic 0, the next row at logic 0, and so forth. So we have a complex program or complex algorithm that will be used to detect the pressing of the keys. Yes, go ahead. Okay. Yes. Yes. This if you have any one connection to ground, it will short circuit to ground. Yes. Right? Because this is a short circuit scenario. Of course, internal resistors will be there. That will prevent heavy current flow, etc. Right? But any point, right? Any point, if through one branch it is connected to ground, it is ground. Right? If you think from electrical viewpoint, at any point through one branch connected to ground will behave as ground. Fine. Good so far. Now let us understand this. Say it again. 12:15. Let us have one more slide. Just 1 minute. One more slide. Let us see what is the message on chat. Okay, these are attendances. They are in hurry. So just to complete the discussion, then we'll stop. Right? Here is the scenario. So we have this scenario. What is the key pressed? If rows from D3 to D0 is 1110, that is D0 is 0, and you read the column, when you read the column, it is 1011. Right? So which key is pressed? Switch to. Correct? So we will have the algorithm that will prevent, right, more than one row for the output to go to 0. Right? So that is the program. So we will study program next time. Now before we conclude, the last slide. What happens in this case? If this is the combination, which key is pressed? Which key is pressed? Online you can answer which key is pressed. What do you think? Which key is pressed? 7. How about others? 7. Yes. Right. So with this correct answer, let us conclude our lecture. Right. We'll come back next time. We'll start from here. Next time we'll have the program. Any question? All right. We'll see you next time. Thank you.